Hello and welcome to the United Stand. Manchester United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0, and to say those words back, bloody hell, that game was probably the most tense game United have had since the Europa League final. It was so important that we won it. Who knows what this season will hold, but I do stand by the fact that a 0-0 today, and obviously a loss, would have been catastrophic to our season. The most important thing was that Manchester United came out with a win today, and it was. And Mourinho gets his critics, but Mourinho today, masterclass. Mourinho masterclass. We never parked the bus. We nowhere near parked the bus. It was a perfect result for Manchester United. It was a battle of a game, and I think Spurs played their part in it, and I think that's even more. I don't think anybody can say about United now, oh, you've just been beating the lower teams, because we've just beaten, for me, the form team in the Premier League with Manchester City, who gave us a really tough game. I don't think Harry Kane being out, forget that. Sit down. You're drunk. Harry Kane was out, so bloody what? We haven't got Pogba. So even Stevens. And I don't think Harry Kane makes a hell of a lot of difference in that game, because that game was just a battle. Both teams battled it and United won it. And as Mourinho is shushing the cameras and everything like that, he's got every right to, because Mourinho again showed today that Pochettino and people like that, they can be pretenders to the throne, but he is still the king. With limited resources, it was a fantastic performance. I don't think it was a performance in relation to technique and everything that we can be super happy with, but the one thing that we all knew we would need today was effort, and the effort levels from the Manchester United players from minute 1 to minute 93 was absolutely spot on. People like Herrera, they've been rightly criticised, was fantastic today, kept Eriksen very quiet, did the man-to-man mark on him really good. Matic was colossal. Second half, he just went up a gear and it made a massive difference to the midfield. The back three, Smalling, Jones and Bailly, dominant, absolutely dominant. Valencia, immense. Ashley Young just kept going and going. Really, they were the base of the team that just levelled the game up. I mean, Spurs, I've got to say, Spurs are a very good team. Their defence is very strong. Their midfield is better than ours, and they're throughout the team a very good team. And with an hour gone, Pochettino, they'd fought in that game. It's 0-0. He brings Llorente on, Dembele, who's always brilliant against us, and they went for it. No shadow of a doubt. They thought, we're going for it now. We didn't really have those options on the bench to totally change our formation. Lingard came on for Mkhitaryan. Martial came on for Rashford. Pretty much like for like in relation to formations. Long ball from De Gea, flicked by Lukaku. There's only one man in our squad I want running through one-on-one like that, and it's Anthony Martial, because when it comes to finishing in those sort of positions, yes, it wasn't a clean connection, yes, it caught a touch off the defender, but where did it end up? Back of the net. And how many times this season has Anthony Martial done that? You don't want anybody else running through. He scores the goal, and to be honest, if that was 0-0 today, why am I even saying if that was 0-0? It wasn't 0-0, it was 1-0. The records say 1-0, and in reality is, a game is 90 minutes, you get your chance, you take your chance, you win the game 1-0. That was textbook, absolutely textbook, from Manchester United, from back to front, perfect. Let's not forget Lukaku had hit the post about 5 minutes before that as well. Bravery, passion, effort, you reap your rewards. Last week against Huddersfield, we reaped our reward. We lost the game. 2 weeks ago at Liverpool, we never ever tried to go for a win and we got a point. We had to win today. The pressure was on. We had to win today and we won it. And we go to Chelsea next week and who knows what will happen. But if the players can play like that every week and we can get some of our better players back like Pogba and Zlatan and even the likes of Fellaini, look, we've kept our season alive in the Premier League today. I really do think City will beat Chelsea, West Brom later, and I think we'll still be 5 points behind them tonight. But Spurs, for me, are a team that are going to go for the title, and we've just beaten them at our place. And it was, I tell you what, I would sit back and watch that game again now, relax, knowing we're going to win it. As a game, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and yeah, the football at times wasn't brilliant, but as a battle, two really determined sides went head to head today. United came out on top. I don't think Spurs could have done any more. I just thought it was a brilliant game, and obviously it's made brilliant by the fact that we won it. But that's why I love football. That's why I love Manchester United, because it was absolutely riveting to watch it. It was a battle, and we won the battle. We've won the battle there today. Mourinho masterclass. I'm so pleased that Anthony Martial came on and scored the goal as well, because he gets criticised. but he is massively, massively important to our season. You look at the amount of goals he's scored this season off the bench. You look at what he's done today. Nobody else do I want running through like that in that situation. Just, I cannot say anything other than what a performance. Loads of people are saying, who's your man of the match? Ashley Young's on there. Marcus on the watch along gave it to Phil Jones. I'm getting goosebumps because I'm just so proud of the team today, so proud of the manager. That, you know, we do moan as fans when the players don't turn up and we see substitutions and everything that we don't agree with. But to be honest with you today, I can't. This is it. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We needed to win it. They won it. There is nothing to moan about. Nothing to moan about in that game. Mkhitaryan was poor, but I still agree that Mourinho selected the right number 10. I mean, Lingard came on. Lingard should have won it. Well, we'd already won it. Lingard gets the ball in his own half with Eriksen chasing him one-on-one. I think if Spurs go at the other end after that, Lingard has to move out of Manchester. What was he doing? He should have won that 2-0 for it. It was shocking what Lingard did. So I don't think Lingard did any better than Mkhitaryan when he came on. We just haven't got a number 10 at the moment. And I do think Mourinho picked the right number 10. I think he probably should have took him off at half-time. I think he should be playing Mata at number 10, but he never will. I don't think Mkhitaryan or Lingard are good enough as our number 10, and it is a problem he needs to solve. But I'm not going to say Mkhitaryan didn't try. He is trying. He's just bang out of form at the moment. I'm not going to say Lingard didn't try. I just don't think he's a number 10. But everybody else, apart from those two who, you know, I wouldn't say they were terrible. I just think they were average. But this was a game. This wasn't a game for average players. I think when you go through the Spurs team, Eric Dyer was fantastic for them. Look, every Spurs player played well as well. Every United player played well, apart from Mkhitaryan, who was just average, but his effort levels were there. Talking about a man of match, oh God, there's just so many. I think I like to shout out people who get a lot of stick from United fans. I've always liked Chris Smalling. If we're playing a back, two centre backs, Chris Smalling doesn't start, but I love that formation, 3-5-2. Two up front, you get your width from Young and Valencia. You've got three at the back, so you're well covered. The midfield worked really well. Obviously, Pogba will come in for Herrera when he's fit. If we just sort out the number 10 position, I love that formation. I love that formation. I didn't moan when Rashford started over Martial because Rashford and Martial are my two favourite players. I think we're lucky to have both, and if they share that role, fantastic. I mean, Rashford runs himself into the ground for 70 minutes. Martial comes on and wins us the game. I mean, could it get any better than that? There can be the great thing is there can be no complaints. There was no dodgy decision. The reality is two really good teams went up against each other today and Manchester United won, and that fills me with pride. My man of the match, I've got to come back to man of the match. So I thought Chris Smalling was brilliant. I really did think Chris Smalling was brilliant. He gets a lot of stick. I thought he was fantastic. Valencia was stunning, absolutely stunning from minute one to the end. Brilliant. In fact, he nearly arrowed one in the top corner. It was about a metre off and it would have been one of the goals of the season. Valencia was good. Smalling was good. Bailly was heroic considering he's coming back from injury into a big game. Phil Jones was great. I'm going to hold judgment on Phil Jones because if he can still be fit in January, I'm going to start to believe Phil Jones can be brilliant because he is the closest thing to John Terry in English football. And John Terry, as I always say, bit of a knobhead off the pitch, but as a centre-back, brilliant. And Phil Jones is brilliant at the moment. He's just got to keep staying fit. Herrera, again, gets a lot of criticism. People at half-time were saying he was rubbish. I thought he was fantastic throughout. That was like the old Herrera. And let's not forget, Eriksen did nothing because Herrera man-marked him out of the game. It's not about... I thought Herrera was brilliant. I do. I thought everybody was really good, but they're the standout players. But there's only one man I'm going to give man of the match to do, and that was Nemanja Matic, because I think in the second half, he took hold of that midfield. As I said, I think Spurs played really, really well. I think Spurs played well. I think United played well, and it's just, you've lost. You know, as a Spurs fan, if you're a Spurs fan, you just lost a game of football that could have gone either way, and both teams are very committed. It was a brilliant, brilliant game. But we needed the points. We needed the points. If we'd drawn or lost, there would have been rants because of the points we'd dropped before. But Spurs unlucky. But I think Matic in that second half took hold of a midfield that had a lot of talent in it, and Matic took hold of it. And that's why Matic gets man of the match for me, because this wasn't Huddersfield, this wasn't Crystal Palace, this was bang-in form Spurs who've been to the Bernabeu and got a deserved point, and Matic took hold of that midfield in the second half. So Matic gets man of the match for me. He was just, you know, we had a lot of good performances, but Matic was just absolutely bloody brilliant in that second half. And I don't know where we'd be without Matic at the moment, because you know, we've got no Pogba, we've got no Fellaini, we've got no Carrick, and I just think Matic is immense. And I'm very excited to see Matic at Stamford Bridge next week, because what's he going to be like with a point to prove? But I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. Really, really happy. And I think as United fans, we should all be really proud of that performance. I'll watch Match of the Day tonight and I'll just sit back with a smile on my face. Without the tenseness and the nervousness. That was just such a tough game to watch, because it was textbook the way it went. Clean sheet. Martial scores the winner. We can all enjoy it now, and we should enjoy it. But I'm just so proud of the performance, proud of the team. And it just shows against a really good team, we can be a good team. We were brilliant, absolutely brilliant today. Really, really, really enjoyed it. So, yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, especially if you thought Matic was the man of the match. Ashley Young says Disease Gaming. I don't necessarily disagree with that. I don't disagree with it at all. I thought Ashley Young played really well. Put Pogba in as a number 10, says Venom Plays. You know what, at the moment, I would do that. I thought it was good. We're still 5 points behind, says Fionn Curtin. I'm not interested in that. 5 points is doable. It's a long season. If we'd been 8 points behind today, I think, because we don't play City until December, Spurs don't play City until after us. So for us and Spurs, it's about staying in contact with City, and 5 points is doable. 5 points is doable, but Chelsea becomes a massive game next week as well. But I'm not bothered about that. Look, we're still, whatever happens for tonight and the next 7 days, we're still in it, and we're second place now. We're not joint with Spurs. If Liverpool and Arsenal, they can't make any ground up on us. Chelsea, they can't make up any ground on us. So I'm very, very happy with where we are at the moment. After a disgusting result last week and a disappointing game at Liverpool, we've played a very, very good Premier League side. They played very, very well, and we won the game of football. I think that's the brilliant thing. It's not like, oh, Spurs missed Harry Kane. You're not having that excuse because we haven't got Pogba. It's not like Spurs didn't turn up. They played very, very well. I still think Spurs are a very good team, and I think Spurs can get points out of City. I thought Spurs were really good. I just think we won the game, and that makes me even happier because Spurs played really well, but we beat them. So it's positive. It's positive. Enjoy your day. We've got fan cams coming up this afternoon. Really interested to see what fans at the ground think, because I think it's a huge day for United. And we're live again at 8 o'clock tonight with your lot, Skyping in. Give us your thoughts. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Fantastic result for Manchester United. Oh, just so happy. So happy. Thanks everyone for watching. Speak to you all soon. Hi.
Come to do the pumpkins.
Yeah.